From the Brewhouse Stage at Mountain Lakes Brewing Company in downtown Spokane, Washington, this is Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me, the MLB Beer Quiz Show. While in Spokane, many like to stay at the Davenport. Well, tonight, why not stay at the Davenport? I'm Dave Basaraba, and here is your host for Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me, Chris Cindric.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody. It's an exciting time to be drinking beer in Spokane. Tomorrow marks the start of the summer 2019 Lester Cup Brew-Off, a friendly brewing competition between some of Spokane's finest microbreweries. And the best part of this competition is you get to drink the beer and choose the winner. Grab a ballot at any of the participating breweries, including Whistlepunk Brewing Company, The Grain Shed, Humble Abode Brewing, Bellwether Brewing Company, Black Label Brewing Company, and Mountain Lakes Brewing Company. We have a great show for you tonight. Eastern Washington University's women's basketball head coach, Wendy Schuller, will be here. She will be playing our game called Not My Beer. If you would like to be a contestant on the show, it's very easy. Just stop by Mountain Lakes Brewing on the first Wednesday of the month prior to the show, and I will let you be me while I be you.
It's a hot pun.
That's good. I've heard wort jokes. Oh! Do I get an A, B, V for
Yes,
effort?
Chris, but you wrote that one.
You're not competing for points tonight, but I'm going to give you one for that.
Okay, got one. Starting out. Winner. It's time to welcome our first contestant of the night. Hello, you're on Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me. Tell us your name and something about yourself.
I am Allison, and I have 7 guinea pigs.
7, okay, so, wow. Last week, if you didn't listen to the podcast, we had a gentleman who had 1 duck, but you have 7 guinea pigs.
Yeah, 7 guinea pigs equals 1 duck.
Okay, and so just to show us, their names are...
Oh, man. So Aristotle, Galileo, Tank, Abe, Mocha, Tribble, and... Oh, shoot, did I miss one? Bugsy.
The new one.
New one, that's why I forgot.
Wait, Bugsy?
Bugsy.
Bugsy. Well,
Yes.
And do you have other animals as well, or is it just guinea pigs?
Oh, no, we have fish, reptiles, chinchillas, everything.
Oh, wow. So,
Yeah.
Do you charge admission?
I should, yeah.
Can I guess that you don't like Bugsy very much?
I love him, but we've only had him like 2 weeks, so...
Because when my mom would introduce her children, she'd always forget me.
He is...
Tim comes from a large family. Yes.
He is the
true.
troublemaker.
Yes.
So,
Well, welcome to the show, Allison. Let me introduce you to our panel of brewers from the Inland Northwest Craft Brewers Association. Ladies and gentlemen, from Black Label Brewing Company, where locally grown and locally owned are the cornerstone to the design of every beer, please welcome Prince. And from Mountain Lakes Brewing Company, a man who likes to brew beer almost as much as he likes to diddle for the middle. Please welcome Tim Hilton. And also from Mountain Lakes Brewing Company, where he can bring home the barley and boil it up in a pot and never, ever let you forget that he's hot. Please welcome your announcer, Dave Basaraba. Tonight's show is being recorded and will be turned into episode 3 of our Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me podcast by our sound tech Bjorn Johnson and our very own Dave Basaraba. A podcast that people have been calling, and I quote, the most hilarious, intelligent, and informative show in craft beer.
Who said that? Was that your mother?
There was a couple in Denton, Texas. They listened to the show while they're drinking craft beer, and they gave me that quote. So, thanks, Mom and Dad. Yeah. Thank you for listening to the show. I love you. We're on to our next segment, our first segment of the show. It's called Whose Beer This Time? Ben Franklin was quoted as saying, "Beer is proof that God loves us." And I have been quoted as saying, Bud Light is proof that he also has a sense of humor. With that, you're going to be playing a game we call Whose Beer This Time? Dave is going to read you 3 quotations from recent beer news. If you can correctly identify just 2 of them, you will win our prize, free beer and a pint glass. Are you ready to play, Allison?
I am ready.
Well, here is your first quote.
What happens when you produce a lot of foam is that you're driving the proteins and bitter substances into the head, and when they get into the bubble wall, they interact and begin to stabilize that foam.
So says Charles Bamforth, professor of malting and brewing sciences at UC Davis, in reference to pouring a beer in what manner in order to achieve that thick head of foam on every glass?
I have to think on this one.
Well, let me give you a hint. It's how Tim says his wife likes to make love to her favorite brewer.
Dan Dvorak at Black Label?
No. Oh.
Would that be by herself?
By herself?
With clowns
Yes.
and...
And unicycles?
yes.
Allison, I'll give you a better hint. It's not quickly.
Yes, it's
Slow.
slowly. Yes, that is true. Ah, yes, the lost of the art of the slow pour is leisurely making its way back to your local craft beer establishment with the proper glassware to allow for room for foam. You may be waiting a couple minutes at your local craft brewery before you're able to place your lips to that amazing lager and leave with the appropriate beer mustache. Screw you, instant gratification.
God, screw you, Dan Dvorak.
Yeah, that's right. Dang. Here is your second quote.
It caught us quite by surprise. We were not expecting it, especially since we've been making this beer now for 18 years.
Said the Wasatch Brewing brewmaster in reference to finding out that the alcohol beverage control said what about serving his popular polygamy porter in North Carolina? The alcohol beverage control said what about serving his popular polygamy porter in North Carolina?
What might they say about polygamy in North Carolina?
You can only have one.
You can only...
I like his answer.
kind of goes against the idea.
Is polygamy illegal there?
It's illegal.
Hey!
The Park City, Utah-based Wasatch Brewery's popular polygamy porter, whose label boasts, "Why have just one? Take some home to the wives," was denied being sold in North Carolina because, as I quote, "polygamy is illegal." The NCABC said their statutes do not allow beer to be sold that represents something illegal, is undignified, and in bad taste. So much for Mountain Lake selling that soon-to-be-released Naked Jaywalk Porter in North Carolina. Right?
I mean, I don't quite understand why polygamy is illegal in North Carolina. I think if anybody wants to go through the aggravation, and joy of having more than one wife, I think they should be free to do so.
Dave, Tim, you are
I love you,
already...
Sam. Thank you.
We literally have just started the show, and you are already knee-deep in hot water. And your wife is, right there.
We're going to give Chris the assist on getting him knee-deep, though.
All right. Here is your third quote, Allison.
I think it can work well in lighter beers and saisons, and anything barrel-fermented, really.
States Alex Flores, head brewer at Urban South Brewery in New Orleans, in reference to what long green vegetable that is now presenting itself as a laudable ingredient in the brewing of certain beers. What long green vegetable is now presenting itself as a laudable ingredient in the brewing of certain beers?
I don't eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay. What kind of
Honesty.
vegetables do you eat?
That's good. That's
do you
good,
eat any
honest.
long green vegetables?
Like wheat? Or no?
Weed? Did
you say weed?
Cucumbers?
She said weed.
Oh, somebody in the audience said cucumbers.
Oh,
I don't think it's cucumbers.
You don't think it's cucumbers?
I'll give you a hint.
Okay,
It is.
And you guys have a beer with cucumbers.
Yeah. Tonight only, the JLC back on tap by popular demand.
Little hint, when Steve, the head brewer at Black Label, says a little hint for you.
I'll pull the audience and I'll
Take
take
that
that. Yeah.
Yes, this somewhat bland cousin to the ubiquitous summer squash and zucchini is now getting a chance to shine in a variety of alcoholic beverages, including beer. The cucumber is both fresh and simple, making it a great companion to a number of beer styles. You guys brew at all with cucumber?
Of course. We're nothing if not bleeding edge.
In fact, we're thinking about doing all cucumber brewing from now on.
That's it. Just
Actually, we do have the jalapeno lime cucumber is on tap
I have it
tonight
right here.
only.
Yeah, cheers.
It's a little spicy, and that's how we like it.
That's good. I also heard that the cucumber has secret ambitions of being the more longer and slender version of the eggplant emoji. Yeah, it's kind of working its way in there.
So now you've ruined it. If I send someone the cucumber emoji, I've harassed them.
Yes, yeah. Well, you've sent me the eggplant on multiple occasions.
Quit sending me the cucumber
That's right.
emoji, Chris.
And the donut. Well, let's find out how Allison did with her quiz. Dave,
She has a perfect score. 3 for 3.
congratulations. Allison, you have won our prize, free beer and a pint glass. Thanks for playing Who's Beer this time. And now, panelists, a quote about some recent beer news for you. Your quote is, "We are very interested to have the raw materials that bring a lot of ferulic acid to the wort. It comes from barley and the wheat, but mostly it comes from the barley," said brewmaster Hans Peter Drexler from G. Snyder and Sons Brewery in Bavaria, in reference to what unique style of higher ABV Weiss beer made with traditional Weissen yeast strains. What is the beer they are brewing?
Is it not a Weizenbach?
I would guess it was.
You would guess? Is that what you're thinking?
I was thinking Weizenbach.
Well, it is a Weizenbach. It is. Yes, Weizenbachs were hazy when hazy wasn't cool and have been delicious and extremely popular in Germany for hundreds of years, and now they are making their way to the temperamental palates of the masses of American craft beer drinkers who demand to be in on the genesis of something most of the world would consider old. So jump to it, people. Put on that exclusive ugly sweater you bought on Amazon and hunker down with a cozy, strong banana bread glass of Weizenbach. So you have what, the Detlef? Is that what you did?
No, the Detlef Dunkel was our Dunkelweissen. We had a Weizenbach known as the Banana Nut.
That's right.
Which had neither banana nor nut, but
and tasted like banana and
tasted like
nuts.
banana bread, and that was natural.
Very good. So,
Yeah.
and when you for the audience, when you hear the term Bach, what should they be thinking about with their beers? What's that a clue to?
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, no, like a Bach beer would be
That's what I thought.
I would say malty,
malty, and malt leads to
high alcohol.
higher alcohol.
And
So if
it's-
you're looking at a Bach beer, it might be one that actually has a little bit higher level, right?
alcohol,
to it.
sure.
Yeah. So a Weizenbach is just a higher alcohol Weizen beer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the first part of our show. We'll now take a break and be back in a few with a game we call Bluff the Drinker.
Welcome back to the Brewhouse Stage at Mountain Lakes Brewing Company in downtown Spokane, Washington. This is Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me with your host, Chris Cindric.
Thank you, everybody. We're playing tonight with our Brewtimus panel of brewers, Prince from Black Label Brewing, and from Mountain Lakes Brewing Company, Tim Hilton and Dave Basaraba. Right now, it's time for the Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me game called Bluff the Drinker. A reminder, if you would like to be a future contestant on Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me, just stop by Mountain Lakes Brewing prior to each show, and we will make you the aged Gouda to pair with our Imperial Stout. Hello, you are on Wheat Wheat Don't Tell Me. Tell us your name and something about yourself.
My name is Rod, and I moved to Spokane in 2017 after retiring from about 45 years working for the seafood industry.
Seafood industry, and I would assume, was that also in Washington?
That was Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, the whole works.
Okay, so now were you on? I'm thinking kind of Deadliest Catch when I hear seafood, or is it?
No,
that?
I'm the one who stood on the shore and yelled at the guy for bringing in lousy fish.
Well, welcome to the show, Rod. You are here to play a game where you must tell truth from fiction. Your topic, as always on this show, is beer.